All right, time for another quick Highlander update. This is my February 4th update. Still working on the wings. I did get a few other little side projects started. One of the big ones is the landing gear. Got the design changes made to that I wanted to. Got it sent off to Acme Aero. I should see that gear in about a week. When I get it, I will actually do a video on why I did what I did. So more to follow on that. Just a word of note, I did finally get a gimbal, so my video quality will improve in the future. In the meantime, I will actually try to be as smooth as possible with this camera. One of the other things I did do was figure out exactly how I'm going to do the Wingtip mod as far as adding the fence. And so what I did was buy a piece of 6061 aluminum tubing, which is the same OD as the spar material, but about twice as thick. So it's got a much smaller ID on it. The reason I did that was so I could cut 2.5 inches off of that, machine the outside of it down to the exact ID of the spar material, slide that in with a full-size piece or matching the OD of the spar sticking out about 15/16. That'll give me just the right amount of room to add a additional rib on it. With the additional rib, got the webbing moved all the way to the outside edge of it. That'll fill that gap up perfectly, so that rib will match perfectly to this rib. That gives me a location too to match, put my nut plates in for my wingtip fence. And then of course I left the trailing edge material just a little bit long and to rivet it back there. And I also left my cuff material, leading edge cuff, just a little bit long, so it'll blend right in. Got all my pulleys attached. I did get the most of the fabric brackets figured out. I am doing a little deviation there. I didn't want to add a bunch of bondo. What they normally do is have you put these on top and then bondo over to smooth that transition. I simply bought a cheap flanging tool from Harbor Freight. Like for example, on this one, it only needed to flange on one side, the drop below. The other side will be riveted to this cap strip. I think it's a very smooth transition, just a little bit of bondo to fill that in. So that shouldn't be a problem. Got my fabric covers done for the lift strut brackets. I don't know if anybody has any comment on this, but I just curved those to match the natural curvature of the bottom of the wing. It seemed like the natural thing to do. Of course, got my trailing edge all permanently attached. One other thing I did get done, a young engineer friend of mine got done anyway. This is the cover plate, or the front plate for my pod panel. Got it 3D modeled, sent off to the guy that's going to CNC it out. When I get that back, I can make my plug for my mold out of that. So pretty excited about that. The only other thing that I got in is, Dane, forgive me if I pronounce your last name wrong, Dane Ramison. It's the flap return springs that he makes. So pretty excited about that. I'll let you know how that goes. Well, that is the Highlander update for the week. Thanks for watching. And like I said, I will really try hard to have that gimbal up and running by the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.